Pregame Live, presented by Fields Auto Group.
It is an absolutely gorgeous day at the most beautiful ballpark in the land. Cubs and Reds complete their three-game set. Cubs have won the first two. Look for 3 straight over the 19 and 20 Cincinnati Reds. Hello, welcome into Cubs Pregame Live, presented by the Fields Auto Group with my great partner, David DeJesus. I'm David Kaplan. Weather has cooperated. Bats have come alive. And last night, that last play of the game, I'm watching it. I said to my wife, no shot they overturned this. Out, game over. Brian Price, none too pleased.
Unbelievable, right? You kind of saw that foot, maybe the cleat on the bag, but
maybe.
Really, I think it was too close to really change the call at that point. But Cubs will take that big win.
Yeah, you watch this, and
right.
Nice play by Addison Russell. But again, there's Rizzo. The foot's there, but it looks like it comes up, maybe. It's so close that I thought they'd say, well, we'll stick with the call on the field.
Yeah, that's what usually happens, right?
You know, if two little guys like you or I were over there,
yeah,
safe.
Yeah.
Anthony Rizzo there makes the call, and the ball game's over, and Brian Price was livid.
I think that face from Rizzo tells it all.
Oh,
really?
Got one.
Okay.
So replay confirms it. Wade Davis has been probably the quietest star performance we've seen in this town in a long time on any team. He's perfect. Has not allowed a run yet. I mean, I don't know how long that run can continue like that. Nobody talks about him.
Unbelievable. It's mid-May right now, and he still hasn't let up a run. This guy's dominant with his fastball because he's a pitcher pitching in the ninth inning with location and velocity. That's
he's
the thing
not
about
just
him.
Here's one pitch, good luck, hit it.
No,
he thinks about
everything.
100%. All right, it is almost time for you to get interactive with our show. Get your mobile, laptop, tablet ready, and head to csnchicago.com/vote. In just a few minutes, we'll bring you our live fan vote. Time now to bring in the third member of our crew. As always, the great Kelly Crow is live at Wrigley Field with our Miller Lite game report. KC.
Good afternoon, guys. Well, Joe Maddon going with a very righty-heavy lineup today as they go up against lefty Amir Garrett for Cincinnati this afternoon. And Ian Happ will be making his 4th consecutive start, however, the first in left field, which means the skipper has a lot of confidence in him since we've seen him now all over the entire outfield.
Very athletic, more athletic than I'd been led to believe when I heard about him a couple years ago. I thought he was more offensive oriented, but he's got absolute defensive skills. So you're seeing it in the outfield. He could also play the infield, but the outfield confidence came from the minor league staff.
Yeah, Hap's doing a great job out there as Jason Hayward continues to recover from the sprained right index finger as part of your ATI injury report. Hayward will be making a rehab start tonight in South Bend with the Cubs Class A affiliate, and Maddon knows when Hayward is healthy, the team has a pretty difficult decision in front of them.
Of course, we have to have that discussion. He's doing really well, and my message to him was when he came up, why don't you just stay a while, just stay as long as you need to or want to. So we'll have that conversation when Jason's well. Hopefully that turns out good today, and then there's no reason that he has to be back, Jason, tomorrow. We'll just wait and see how. I told him yesterday, I saw him in the food room, you let us know what you think, and then once we do, we'll evaluate it. But of course, Ian obviously is looking like he does not want to go anywhere.
It'll be John Lester taking the bump, helping the Cubs hopefully sweep the Cincinnati Reds out of here this afternoon. Lester 11-2 with a 1.68 ERA, guys, here at Wrigley Field since the start of last season. And certainly we've been seeing the starting rotation trend in the right direction, deeper outings, and that's what Joe Maddon hopes to see once again here from Lester this afternoon.
All right, thank you very much, Kelly, and she'll be checking in with game reports throughout our ball game today. Schwarber with a home run on Tuesday, big 2-run hit last night. Is he starting to show signs of snapping out of the early season malaise? It wasn't like he was overmatched. He just wasn't getting anything to drop.
Yeah, and he was fouling a lot of pitches off. Now you're starting to see him change his contact point on the ball. He's staying more on top of the ball, and like his 2 strikes, 2 outs, running scoring position. He was 1 for 11 going up into that at bat. And the way he changed it, just tried to meet the ball with his hands. Those are things that when you're going bad, you need to change, and he's making that choice to change it.
You know, we see the big home run there the other night. You like the one where he took the ball down the left field line, where he went the other way.
Yeah.
He hit that one deep into the Wrigley bleachers there. Yesterday he had the 2 RBI single. He's out of the lineup today against the lefty, gets a day off. But Joe has said, I was talking to Joe the other day at the ballpark, he said he's not overmatched. He said he's right on everything. It will start to come.
He's a young kid, still trying to learn through all those ups and downs. And as a hitter, going through those ups and downs, that's the toughest thing. It's being able to, okay, I still believe in myself, but I have to trust the process.
Did you have moments where you were at the plate and you went, I had no chance, I'm overmatched? Or, son of a gun, man, I know that Steve Gardner's not throwing that thing by me. How did I not get that to drop? I roped it.
When I was young, first time I struggled, went 1 for 23, and I felt overmatched. But once I got called back up again, we're starting to get some hits, starting to see things fall. Then it was, all right, now I'm really on top of stuff, and I believe in my swing path. That's what's believing that you can repeat the same swing path over and over. Yeah.
And by the way, people at home, Steve Gardner's our really weak-armed floor director. Heck of a guy, but he can't pitch. The legend of Kyle Schwarber continues. Yesterday in batting practice before the game, Schwarber hit a ball that went off the Budweiser sign on top of the right field video board. The front part of the sign would not light up later into the night. Have you ever seen anything like this?
This guy's hitting the ball off that thing?
Look at that.
That's not close.
I mean, that is just unbelievable.
Who goes and puts those lights back on? You know, that's a tough job of getting way up there.
Yeah, I would not want to be the guy up there. Someone said, do you have a Budweiser endorsement? He goes, I should.
Hey, you'll take it right 100%. Now, right?
Of course, this isn't his first go-around with the video board in right field. Remember back during the division series in 2015 against the Cardinals? Look at that pitch.
Oh, my.
Thank you, Kevin Segrist. You hang it, I'm going to bang it. Look where that thing lands. On top of the video board. Look at that. There's the ball right there.
Didn't they put a casing over it or something?
Plastic case through the end of the playoff run. Once the Mets eliminated the Cubs, then they took it
That's
down.
Cool, man. That's
unbelievable. Yeah. All right, time for our Miller Lite Cubs fan poll. To visit csnchicago.com/vote. Don't need any special app. Just visit that website and get interactive with David and with me. Today's question is, which home run was the most impressive? Schwarber's NLDS blast against the Cardinals that landed on top of the video board and right. Back in 03, Sammy Sosa hit the camera well in left center during the NLCS versus the Marlins. Sosa, another blast back in 96, broke a window in the apartment building across the street. Chris Bryant off the left field video board. The Sammy one's pretty darn impressive.
I want to see this. I haven't seen this in a while.
That one was absolutely murdered.
Oh, okay.
That is long gone.
Where's that going? Ooh, I went to the backside of the well there.
That was absolutely crushed.
Oh, man, that ball's hit.
Or the home run
that
made Glenn Allen Hill a legend when he put it onto a rooftop deck way back in, I don't even remember what year that was, in the 90s. Here's Sammy breaking a window. Okay, everybody knows that ball's gone. There's the hop. And then,
where's it?
Boom!
You're going to have to get home from work. You're like, what happened here? What happened? It's Sammy's baseball.
That is unbelievable. Now, Chris Bryant off the video board.
Okay, that's hit.
That one's crushed. And off the video board.
Oh, there it is.
That ball's killed.
That ball's hit. I don't think as special.
I mean, look how high up it hits.
Oh, wow. Okay, that might have hit that Under Armour, that red Under Armour sign back there, right behind it.
Like, he knows that ball is gone.
What a swing right there.
Now, here's the Glenn Allen Hill. For me, the Glenn Allen Hill is the most impressive.
I want to. Oh, look at that guy's body. All right. Wait, did that go up?
On the rooftop.
No.
On the rooftop.
You're there partying. You're not thinking that you're going to get a ball. And wow.
I mean,
what
look
did
at
they say?
That swing.
How far was that, did they say? 460 or something?
Somebody measured it off. Another person said that it was closer to 525. We've heard a whole bunch of them.
Oh, look at this.
77% are with me. They went Glen Allen Hill Rooftop.
come
Okay,
on.
you played there. You hit homers there. You weren't a power guy, but you had 99 career home runs.
Yeah.
Don't you wish you got one more? Although 99 sounds
It
cooler
sounds
than
cool.
100.
I think it's clean.
Which one would you vote for?
Glen Allen Hill. That guy was
How about the swing?
humongous. Dude, all upper body.
All upper body.
Skinny little legs, and just how short and compact and how strong that swing was, man. He was a powerful dude.
That swing just might have been chemically induced. Lineup today, check out Schwarber's not in the lineup today. Check it out in just a few minutes' time. We will let you know what exactly Joe Madden's thought process is as he puts this lineup together. Time for our first break here. Cup of Pregame Live, presented by the Fields Auto Group. When we return, Zach Kozar joins an exclusive club last night. Looks to make history today at Wrigley. We'll tell you all about that. But first, it is 39 minutes or so, just under, till the start of the game. Still time for you to give Feldco a call. Get some windows, 866-4FEL, DCL.
Cubs Pregame Live is presented by Fields Auto Group. Fields matters because you matter. See Fields first. FieldsAuto.com.
At Fields, we're known for our complimentary loaners. Hello, I'm Dan Fields, and now you can take a loaner home and keep it.
It's Fields' first ever loaner sales event.
Every current low-mileage, hand-picked, and pampered loaner will be sold or leased for less, like this.
And now at Fields BMW Northfield, get 0% APR financing for 36 to 72 months on every BMW loaner in stock.
Fields' first ever loaner sales event. But hurry, this is a limited time offer.
Fields BMW Northfield. FieldsBMWNorthfield.com.
Who gives you the best in-home Wi-Fi experience? Let's find out. Welcome home. Who's your internet service provider?
I have AT&T.
Does the Wi-Fi keep up throughout the house?
Not very well.
Not very well. Did you know that Xfinity has the best in-home Wi-Fi experience?
She's been telling me that.
Let's pretend this is your house. How's the quality up there?
I give it a 10.
Let's add 5 devices to the mix. How's yours doing?
Man, I'm loving this.
We gotta get with Xfinity.
Learn more about the best in-home Wi-Fi experience or get started for $19.99 a month for 12 months. Click, call, or visit an Xfinity store today.
Your official Rolex jeweler is James & Sons in Chicago, Orland Park, and Cherville.
This is the original light beer. Brewed to be everything you want in a beer and less. Miller Lite. Hold true.
Being a fan is hard. We make it easier at SportsGreat.com with officially licensed MLB gear and VIP golden ticket experiences delivered right to your door. Join the club at SportsGreat.com today.
Hello? This is she.
Is that the doctor?
Okay, wow, really? It's 2? That's great news, thank you.
It's 2?
Yes, it's 2. It's 2 for 1 windows at Feldco.
Feldco is offering 2 windows for the price of 1, with no money down and no interest for 1 year.
2 windows for the price of 1 ends soon. Hurry. Call now.
For quality windows, siding, and doors, call 866 for Feldco.
Welcome back to Cubs Pregame Live, presented by the Fields Auto Group.
Thanks, Chris. With David DeJesus, I'm David Kaplan. Let's take a look at the lineups brought to you by the Illinois Office of Tourism. Illinois, are you up for amazing? All right, for the Cubs, here's Joe Madden's lineup card that'll be brought to home plate. Zobrist leads off in right, Bryant to third, Rizzo's at first, Happ is in left, Contreras in the 5-hole catches, Russell at short, Baez at second, John Lester pitches, and Albert Almora Jr., the defensive whiz, is in center field. Let's talk about Ian Happ. Look, no one expected him to be up this quickly. He has assimilated himself into the everyday lineup. Does he feel like I have to get hits or they're going to send me back, or they let him relax?
Joe's that type of guy to just relax, go play the game. That's what he said to me when I played, and I know he's sticking with that. Ian Happ is a special player, man. This guy can run, can play defense, even though the scouts early on in his career were telling him, hey, this guy is not really a defensive whiz, but he's showing right now in playing center field, right field, that he can play the game.
All right, what about his offensive approach? We were just showing the walk there. If we could show it again. You broke that down the other day as it went on. And Joe said after the game what you said before the fact. He said, most impressive thing for me was not the home run. It was the approach on the walk.
Yeah, because in that situation, he was ahead in the count 2-1. And a pitcher there wants to make it look like a fastball, slider down in. He took it like he knew it was coming, calm, relaxed. That's years above what he's should
right, most
be right
guys
now.
Are jumping at that.
Yeah, they wanted to make that play. They want those ribbies, and he's relaxed. The game he's letting the game come to him, and he's not speeding it up, and that's why he's succeeding right now.
All right, let's talk a little bit also about his approach as a right fielder, center fielder, left fielder. Is that hard?
Yes, it's hard because it's, especially in Wrigley where the last couple of days has been 20-mile-an-hour winds, and you don't know where the thing's going. And yesterday in center field, he made 2 tough plays. Took a tough step back, ran in, slid, made a catch. Back in right center, was running back, the wind blew it, he readjusted and was able to make the play. So you see his athleticism, you see that there's trust now with Joe to put him in any spot, and he believes in what he can do out there.
All right, quickly let's take a look at the lineup for the Cincinnati Reds and manager Brian Price. Billy Hamilton leads off, the speedster. Zach Cozart is at short. Joey Votto is at first. Adam Duvall's always got pop in that bat, is in left. Eugenio Suarez, who had a big double last night, at third. Scotty Schebler's in right. Jose Peraza gets to start at second. Tucker Barnhart catches. Left-handed pitcher just recalled from the minors for today's game. He is a lefty. Amir Garrett. And you look at Cozart's numbers, this guy's just a killer. I mean, a killer.
Yeah, he's one of the best slugging shortstops in the game right now. And there's a lot of good shortstops in baseball, right? Young players. He's the veteran 31-year-old guy, and he's putting up numbers that are just crazy right now, above 1,000 in slugging, and he's just simple. He's not trying to do too much, and this guy's about to make history. Hopefully not.
Yeah, if he homers today, he'll become the first player to ever homer 6 straight games at Wrigley. That is an unbelievable stat. Here's who's done it 5 straight. Our guy Rhino, we saw the other day. Mike Schmidt, Billy Williams, Carlos Beltran, Billy Williams again, Leon Durham, Sammy, and Zach Cozart. I mean, someday he's going to hopefully be alive to tell his grandkids, hey, guess what list I'm on? Hall of Famer list.
But yesterday, I was watching the game, and his StatCast numbers on his home run, those numbers never produced a home run before. But the winds got hold of the ball and shot it out. So
baseball God said, we're smiling on you, baby. We got you today.
We got you.
We're good. Time for another break. When we return, we'll take a look at the pitching matchup today and a special ceremony honoring the late, great Jackie Robinson at Wrigley Field.
Announcing Hyundai's Better Than Ever sales event. Come in now for the biggest savings in our 30-year history on select new Hyundais. Like up to $5,000 total savings on the 2017 Santa Fe Sport.
Really? Wow.
And every new Hyundai comes with an amazing warranty.
America's best warranty.
Hurry in before the best offers in Hyundai history are, well, history. Better is the reason to buy Hyundai. Better Than Ever is the reason to buy now. Lease the Santa Fe Sport for $149 a month or get up to $5,000 in total savings. Visit buyhyundai.com today.
2 dedicated hero cops. Vince, Abel. One life-saving mission. Out to prove no one is. They're keeping the streets safe and their conscience clean. Cracking down on unbuckled drivers and passengers. Even in the back seat. Click it or ticket. No one is.
Inside the rack houses of Jim Beam, every barrel's aged 4 long years for a fuller, smoother flavor. Our history's made from the inside. How will you make yours?
I like it sweet.
I like it hot.
Red gravy.
Baptize it.
Make it cheesy.
Make it hurt.
North side.
South side.
There's one thing
both sides agree on.
Bona beef.
Bona, a Chicago original. The official Italian beef on both sides of town.
Keep your eye on the ball with MLB Network's Quick Pitch. Every big play, every clutch hit, every amazing performance. Stay close to the action with highlights from every game and previews of every upcoming matchup. Quick Pitch, late nights and every morning on MLB Network.
When your fender can't fend for itself, get it to Gerber. Gerber Collision and Glass. Over 60 Chicagoland locations. Gerber comes highly amended.
Discovery Sport. Beyond boundaries. Range Rover Evoque. Beyond conventions. Range Rover Sport. Beyond expectations. Wherever you drive, we always take you above and beyond. The Range Rover Evoque. Land Rover. Above and beyond.
70 years ago today, Jackie Robinson played his first game at Wrigley Field. 46,570 to attend that game, a record that still stands today. The Cubs held a special ceremony earlier today to honor the memory of Robinson. His granddaughter, Meta Robinson, helped raise a flag honoring his legacy.
Today is especially special for me because not only did I have the opportunity to raise the flag and really honor my grandfather and continue what you guys, what you're celebrating, but it's my first time here. And so it's my first time at Wrigley Field, and so Julian was telling me how my grandfather played here, and he showed me the dugout, and I almost wanted to reach and touch it because I didn't get to meet my grandfather, so anything that he's touched is always something that I want to be a part of. So it's awfully special, and I'm so glad to be here and so proud to be representing my family.
Pretty amazing stuff. Pretty cool. All right, time for our bona fide starting pitchers, brought to you by Bona, the original Italian beef. It's Amir Garrett, called back up from the minors, 3-2 with a 4.25 in 36 innings. Pretty high number of walks, 28 to 14. The whip is pretty solid at 1.19. John Lester, who pitched better than a 1-2 record. ERA at 3.45 in 47 innings. 49 to 20, a little bit better ratio there, and a whip total a little higher of 1.40. When you look at John's home numbers, 1-0 with a 144, 25 innings, just 14 hits, 24-10 K to walk, and a whip outstanding, .960.
Yeah, it's good for him to get back on the mound in Wrigley. He needs to attack the zone today. Get his cutter working on both sides of the plate, because righties this year are hitting 280 off him with an 857 OPS.
Too high.
So that's way too high for righties to be doing. So he needs to dominate the plate with his cutter, fastball, and just get ahead and put these guys away.
Yeah, John looking forward to going back. Talked to him the other day. He said, I'm just excited to go back to work. It's warm. I loosen up better. And we'll see how he handles things today. Reds rookie Amir Garrett making his 7th start of the year. He's had quality starts in 5 of his 6 outings. What can you tell us about this rookie who's been recalled for this start?
Brian Price really likes the way he's pitched so far this season. He's a guy that works fast on the mounds. The players behind him like that. And he's a guy that doesn't throw hard, 91 with his fastball, a slider, changeup, but he throws them all at any time. He has confidence in all his pitches, and his mentality on the mound is, I own this mound and I own the plate. So that gives him that strength to just be confident in his stuff. And his start in AAA, he pitched 2 innings and struck out all 6 guys. So he can pitch, and
yeah, he's got good stuff. He has good stuff. All right, time for one final break. When we return, we'll get David's keys to the game, select our key performers. You're watching Cubs Pregame Live, brought to you by our great friends at the Fields Auto Group.
At Fields, we're known for our complimentary loaners. Hello, I'm Dan Fields, and now you can take a loaner home and keep it.
It's Fields' first ever loaner sales event.
Every current low-mileage, hand-picked, and pampered loaner will be sold or leased for less, like this.
And now at Fields BMW Northfield, get 0% APR financing for 36 to 72 months on every BMW loaner in stock.
Fields' first ever loaner sales event. But hurry, This is a limited time offer.
Fields BMW Northfield. FieldsBMWNorthfield.com.
Okay. And with your BMO Harris checking account, you don't have to pay any monthly maintenance fees.
Why?
Well, we try to understand our customers' needs. So we included no minimum balance and access to 40,000 no-fee ATMs nationwide.
Why?
Because we care about our customers.
Why?
Because,
What? These are important questions.
Why?
Introducing a checking account with no monthly maintenance fees. That's the BMO effect. BMO Harris Bank. We're here to help.
From ballparks to amusement parks and hot dogs to haute cuisine. Visit enjoyillinois.com for trip ideas. Brought to you by the Illinois Office of Tourism, proud partner of the world champion Chicago Cubs. Illinois, are you up for amazing?
Papa John's Double Play, 2 medium, 2 topping pizzas for only $6.99 each.
A deal so big it needs a replay.
Double better ingredients means double better pizza.
Papa John's Double Play, 2 medium, 2 topping pizzas for $6.99 each.
Papa John's.
So I'm never gonna let you go. I'll hold you forever. Oh, baby, I'm gonna let you know. We belong together. We belong together.
Your home, your auto. Together, they're where life happens. That's why State Farm protects them together, to help life go right. Combine and save. Talk to a State Farm agent today.
This Cubs injury report is brought to you by ATI Physical Therapy, taking physical therapy to a higher level. Ask your doctor about ATI Physical Therapy. Get there.
My name is Rick Lopez. I'm the executive chef here at La Condesa in Austin, Texas. I started when I was a young guy, plugging away, pushing, doing the hours, and it's kind of brought me here to where I am now, just hard work. My philosophy is work. Work and it'll happen. Always give your best because nobody can take that away from you.
Greatness is within reach. Right now, you could get a great deal on the Civic. KBB.com's overall best buy for 2017. From Honda.
All right, Cubs and the Cincinnati Reds will tee it up one more time in this series. Cubs looking for the 3rd out of 3. Time for our Fields Auto Group keys to today's game. All right, key number 1. You and I were going over the numbers, and don't let Zach get cozy. This guy's going for a 6th straight game with a home run in Wrigley. That's unheard of.
That's tough to do. This guy's hitting the ball hard, and he's showing his power this year. And it's tough to do in Wrigley, especially with the winds blowing in most of the time. He's hitting the ball right now.
Yeah, that ball right there, he hit it hard, but the wind certainly helped it.
Yeah, that one was hit.
That one was smoked. That was a laser shot.
That was gone.
I mean, there was no doubt that was off the reservation.
That was center cut.
That was. That ball ran right back over when it hit me. But the one with Hendricks didn't have quite the bite you normally see, but still the wind helped it. Can John cook off a win? Because tonight is the Anthony Rizzo cook-off for cancer that you and I are both going to attend.
Yeah.
And so can John cook off a victory? He's much better at home.
Yes, this guy is dominating at home. 1.44 ERA. He pitches well at home. He is confident. He wanted to get back on the mound after the tough game in St. Louis. So expect a big game from him tonight.
Yeah, and we'll see. He's had a chance to get rested up. He said he feels good. And we'll see how it works out. Our key performers today. I think I won the last one.
I don't think so. I'm dominating this.
Yeah, I think you're up 7-3. Yeah. So I get to pick. I'm going to go with Ian Happ to have a big day.
I'll go. Let's go Chris Bryant. He's feeling healthy.
Yeah, let's step out on a limb.
He's back.
All right. Chris coming back from the flu. Have you ever had to deal with the flu while you were a big league player?
I had to deal with the swine flu. Remember that was big?
Yes.
Went over like 09 or something like that, and that was tough. It was like 2 weeks left, and I didn't play the rest of the season just because
I wiped you out.
I lost 8 pounds in one day, so I was just super wiped out. And they're like, I was with the Royals, and we were 30 games back.
Like, shut it down.
Shut it down. Get ready for next year.
So, a guy like Chris, who's a power guy, playing in the heat, coming back. He seems like he's ready to go, but they said he lost some weight. How quickly do you get your timing back?
I mean, Chris is not the normal guy. You know, this guy is one of the best players in the game. So give him some time, but he's still getting those 1 to 2 hits.
He'll be
okay. Keep 1 to 2 hits, get a walk in there. You'll keep that average right where you want it to be.
All right, don't forget, we will be back for our post-game show after the ball game. The Cubs and the Reds. That's going to wrap it up from here. thank you for watching Cubs Pregame Live, presented by the Fields Auto Group. And don't forget tonight, if you're heading out there, love to see you at Morgan Manufacturing for the sold-out Anthony Rizzo Cook-Off for Cancer. If not, RizzoFamilyFoundation.org, where you can make donations. Now, we go back to Wrigley, to Len and Jim. Gentlemen, have a wonderful broadcast on a beautiful day.
All right, guys, thanks very much. Wind is blowing out again today, but in the first 2 games of this series, that has benefited the Cubs.
Yeah, maybe not blowing quite as hard here today, but the last 2 nights has really been gusting out. The Cubs getting healthy, coming back home, doing some damage. 2 nights ago, they had 4 home runs. Last night, it was kind of a typical Cubs performance from last year in that it was patience that really keyed that big 5-run second inning. They took 3 walks, also a hit batsman in that inning.
Let's get the highlights from the middle game of this series. Cubs winning 9-5 on Monday. Man, was the wind blowing hard again last night. Second inning, the Cubs put up 5 against Scott Feldman, and he gets an out here, but the Cubs tie the game on the fielder's choice from Addison Russell. Feldman was oh so close to getting out of it. He just couldn't make that big pitch.
Yeah, a couple of occasions he had John Jay 0-2 hit him in the helmet with a pitch, and that kept the inning alive. He walked 3 in the inning, as I mentioned. Big 2-out hits by Schwarber and Rizzo. That's something that's been dearly lacking from the Cubs attack pretty much all this entire month of May. So good signs for sure. The Reds, though, they pushed back, didn't they? It was a 7-2 ball game, but they weren't done.
Duvall with a single scoring Zach Cozart. Eugenio Suarez with a gapper out into left center. All of a sudden, it's a 2-run game. 9th inning now, and a controversial ending as Addison Russell with a nice sliding play. Joey Votto is called safe at first. The Cubs challenged. We thought the play was going to hold up, and they called him out.
Yeah, the looks we had, there really wasn't enough there to overturn it, but apparently they had a better look. Brian Price today received video from Major League Baseball providing evidence for why they turned that call over. Apparently he's still not buying it, but there's the final score, and it's not going to change.
So the Cubs are back to the 500 mark, 9-9 here at Wrigley Field. Still 8 games to go on this long homestand, and we talked about the bats the last 2 nights, and really against the Reds all year they've been hot.
For whatever reason, the Cubs the last couple of years have really demolished Reds pitching. But here's the breakdown. The road trip, just 2-4, batted .179. They were shut out twice on that trip. Obviously a very small sample, but positive signs trending in the right direction. The offense starting to step it up here.
Reds not trending in the right direction. They've lost a season high 5 in a row. They're a game under 500. Both teams, by the way, are chasing the first place Milwaukee Brewers. Brewers are in San Diego today. They'll be here at Wrigley Field tomorrow. So the starting pitchers, Amir Garrett, John Lester, battle of lefties.
Yeah, this should be fun. Garrett was recently recalled from AAA. He's made 6 starts, and he's been really good. At 1 clunker, everything else has been solid. His last big league start, May 6 against the Giants, 6 innings, 2 runs. That's pretty much been the norm for him. John Lester, boy, oh boy, does he like it here at Wrigley Field. He's got a 1.44 ERA at home this year. He's 10-0 in his last 14 starts here. He has a 1.68 ERA. Here in this ballpark last year and this year combined.
What a gorgeous day. The sun is shining here at Wrigley Field, and when we come back, we'll chat with our Cubs insider, Patrick Mooney, next.
Chicago's favorite spot for prime steaks, the freshest seafood, and world-famous Florida stone crab. Come on down to Joe's.
Welcome to Elk Grove Village. Our growing industrial park is the largest in North America. It makes sense. We're close to O'Hare, major highways, and rail lines, putting us first class in business class. We appreciate that a strong business park means a high quality of life for village residents. It's what motivates us to be beyond business friendly. Elk Grove Village, makers wanted.
Inside the rack houses of Jim Beam, thousands of barrels lay silent. But that doesn't mean they lay idle. In fact, inside each and every Jim Beam barrel, the bourbon is aging, building a fuller, smoother flavor that only comes from being aged 4 long years. At Jim Beam, Our history's made from the inside. How will you make yours?
30 years in the making. Discounts that are record-breaking. Star Nissan in Niles celebrates the grand opening of Berman Auto Group's newest dealership with 0% for 72 months on select Nissan models. No payments until July and no down payment required. There's never been a better time to buy and save at Star Nissan in Niles because when it's backed by Berman, you can trust in us.
Remember when 20 minutes sounded like plenty of time?
Get it all on the plate.
Hurry up, get those ingredients on the plate.
Get it on the plate, everything.
All 4 of those ingredients in there?
They go for it. I love it.
Oh my God!
Shocked, Tuesday night at 10 on Food Network.
When your fender can't fend for itself, get it to Gerber. Gerber Collision and Glass. With over 60 Chicagoland locations and a nationwide lifetime guarantee. Gerber Collision and Glass comes highly amended.
From the moment you see it, it commands your respect. You can feel its immense power. The only way to master it is to venture inside. Go ahead, dive in. The GMC Sierra, offering the most V8 horsepower in its class. We are professional grade. Step up to GMC and pay no interest for 72 months on this 2017 GMC Sierra Double Cab. GMC, we are professional grade.
Cubs baseball on CSN Chicago is brought to you in part by Lexus, who encourages you to experience amazing. Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Illinois, through it all. Ford, who invites you to go further in their fuel-efficient vehicles. Check out our entire lineup at your local Ford store or buyfordnow.com. Menards, save big money at Menards. And Southwest Airlines, yes to low fares with nothing to hide. That's transparency.
You can follow Patrick Mooney, our Cubs insider, on CSNChicago.com, presented by Nationwide's Jeff Vukovich, serving the community for 38 years. Go to jeffvuk.com. Nationwide is on your side. Great to have Patrick with us today. Ian Happ, you've been writing about him, the Cubs Talk podcast with Jason McLeod about the 2015 draft. He's here, and he might be here for longer than we thought.
I think that's the sense we're all kind of getting here, that he's played his way into that conversation and keeps giving them reasons not to send him back to AAA Iowa. And I think what's impressed me, at least, there were these questions coming out of college whether or not he could actually play defense. Was this kind of versatility a cover for a guy who didn't really actually have a position? And he's really turned into this kind of ideal Joe Madden player, someone who can play all over the outfield. The Cubs insist that he could play second base in the big leagues, and he's really given Joe a lot of flexibility in terms of that, and also being a switch hitter at a time when this offense could kind of use a jolt.
Talking with somebody earlier today about the idea of, kind of a veteran team. Cubs have a lot of young position players, but they've got some veteran pitchers, and just how you handle a rookie. He was their best player in spring training, so I don't think he had to really prove anything to anybody when he got here over the weekend.
Yeah, I mean, and he said he was a sponge, seeing what Ben Zobrist did, how some of these young stars handled himself, and I think it goes back to, the Cubs had a very specific idea of what they wanted at the top of the draft, these kind of polished college hitters with good makeup, and, we were wondering, would they maybe try and force a college pitcher knowing that's what they needed, or would they kind of gamble and roll the dice on a high school pitcher? And they kind of stuck with what they know, and he got here kind of right on schedule, and at a time when I think we all thought this team needed a little bit of a shakeup and kind of a source of energy, and he's certainly provided it here over these last couple of days.
Jason Hayward may still be a few days away, but even when he comes back, there may be a way to keep him on this roster.
I think so. I mean, Madden is not concerned about Happ's long-term development, and if he needs to play every day, I think he's shown that he's a manager who finds those solutions for guys like Happ. He can do a lot of different things for them, and I do think you'll see him here, at least for the time being.
All right, always good stuff from our guy, Patrick Mooney. Now our national anthem.
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly proudly we've hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the rampart we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Two dedicated hero cops, Vince, Abel, one life-saving mission, out to prove no one is. They're keeping the streets safe and their conscience clean, cracking down on unbuckled drivers and passengers, even in the back seat. Click it or ticket. No one is.
This is the original light beer, brewed with the belief that a beer could be light and not compromise on taste, to be enjoyed on nights that start out as afternoons. Miller Lite. Hold true.
A supercharged muscle car goes 0 to 60 in 3.1 seconds. The chain of an Echo chainsaw, 0 to 60 in 1.2. Gentlemen, start your engines. Power on and on.
Ah, graduation day. A time for parents to beam with pride as your youngsters embark on a swell future. All but one, that is. You see, Billy thought it would be neat to try Taco Bell's new boldly seasoned naked chicken chips, dipped in a sinful side of nacho cheese sauce. By graduating to these crispy triangles of temptation, the only diploma Billy will receive is a master's degree in being hooked.
Actually, it's a bachelor's in fine arts, and these things are awesome.
What a waste.
Brought to you by the Council for Eating Fried Chicken the same way you always have, and not Taco Bell.
Who needs a cell phone when everybody you want to talk to is already here? Well, okay, they do come in handy at times.
Where's my cooler? My sandwich is in there. Oh, boy. Nice try, pal.
That feeling, only better. Confidence, thanks to a reinforced safety cage. Standard in the 5-star overall safety rated Volkswagen Passat.
Hurry in and lease this 2017 Passat S for just $189 a month, plus a $750 Memorial Day bonus.
Welcome back to Wrigley Field. The finale between the Cubs and Reds is on the way. This is your Miller Lite Game Report. And Billy Williams, a very warm welcome to Meta Robinson, the granddaughter of Jackie Robinson, her first time here at Wrigley Field. And this is a very special afternoon because it marks the 70th anniversary of the first game Jackie ever played at Wrigley Field. And Meta Robinson here got to raise his 42 number up the right field foul pole. And we got a chance to sit down and talk to her and just everything that this day and her grandfather means to her.
Well, today is especially special for me because not only did I have the opportunity to raise the flag and really honor my grandfather and continue what you guys, what you're celebrating, but it's my first time here. And so it's my first time at Wrigley Field, and so Julian was telling me how my grandfather played here, and he showed me the dugout, and I almost wanted to reach and touch it because I didn't get to meet my grandfather, so anything that he's touched is always something that I want to be a part of.
Such a wonderful ceremony this afternoon. Beautiful here at Wrigley Field. The 42 Robinson flag blowing out, as all of the flags are this afternoon. And we'll have first pitch on the way. Lynn Casper, Jim DeShays will be coming up right after this break.
Ford F-Series is the truck leader for 40 straight years. And Ford Super Duty is Motor Trend's Truck of the Year. Why? F-Series is built to be the best, delivering capability, fuel economy, and smarts. And now, the F-150 with the STX Appearance Package is specially priced, making it a value in a class of its own. Now get an F-150 STX for $199 a month or up to $96.80 in total savings. Hurry while supplies last.
Do you watch stuff on that thing?
Yes. Well, have you heard about Full Screen? Sounds familiar.
Full Screen is a subscription video on-demand platform and app available right now on your phone.
We got comedies.
And we've got dramas.
Whoa, that's a lot.
It is a lot. It's over 1,500 hours of content.
And you can browse by mood. Stop. Sorry. Yeah.
Eligible AT&T wireless customers can get Full Screen on us for 1 year, plus stream an app without using your data.
Why does Gerald Kia of Naperville sell more Kias than anyone else in Illinois? Simply because we have the largest inventory in Chicagoland and deals that nobody can touch, all backed by the Gerald exclusive lifetime warranty. Right now, lease a new 2016 Kia Soul for just $88 a month. That's right, an all-new Kia Soul for just $88 a month. Come in today to experience it for yourself, only at Gerald Kia of Naperville, on Aurora Avenue in Naperville, or visit us at geraldkianaperville.com.
Russell from his knees. Save.
They called him out.
Called him out.
The game is over.
Wow. They found a replay that showed he was on the bag.
2 in a row to get this homestand started.
Cubs baseball on CSN Chicago is presented by State Farm. Another windy and sunny day here at Wrigley Field as the Cubs go for the 3-game series sweep. Cubs hosting the Cincinnati Reds. Great to have you with us here in the friendly confines. It is lefty day. Amir Garrett for the Reds. John Lester will pitch for the Cubs. Cubs winning this series. It's their first series victory in their last 4 tries. The win certainly has been a factor this week, although, as we mentioned a few minutes ago, Jim DeShays, the Cubs did not need a home run last night.
No, surprising given the conditions and given the fact that it's the Cincinnati Reds, because the Cubs seem to always hit home runs when facing Reds pitching. That was not the case last night. They didn't need it. Had 1 big inning. Able to play a little add-on later on in the ball game. Managed to make that a lead hold up. And today they turn the ball over to John Lester, who's been so good here at Wrigley Field. I'm anxious to see the Red starter, Amir Garrett, the former basketball player from St. John's. Had a very good spring, getting great reviews for his work so far as a big leaguer. So yet again, we've had a slew of these first-timers that the Cubs have faced here in the last couple of weeks.
As you saw the new flag hanging on the right field foul pole. This is the 70th anniversary of Jackie Robinson's Wrigley Field debut. It is the only remaining major league park in which Jackie played. May 18th, 1947, drew 46,572. That is the largest paid regular season crowd to this day in the ballpark's history. So John Lester ready to work, and he'll face the following Reds Southwest starting lineup. The Reds have lost 5 in a row. That is a season-long losing streak, but consistency in terms of the lineup 1 through 8 has been the same the entire series. Hamilton, Cozart, who's homered in 5 straight here at Wrigley, dating back to last year. Votto, Duvall, Suarez, and Schebler in the middle. Jose Peraza at second. It's Tucker Barnhart back of the plate, and the pitcher, Garrett.
Cubs on defense this afternoon. Shape up this way. Ian Happ, he's moved all over the place. He's going to play left field this afternoon. Albert Almora Jr. will patrol center. Ben Zobrist is in right. Bryant and Russell on the left side of the infield. Baez and Rizzo cover the right side. Wilson Contreras is the catcher this afternoon, and the Lexus starting pitcher. Experience amazing. Will be the 4-time All-Star, the veteran left-hander John Lester. He's only managed to pick up 1 win along the way, despite some really good work. So 1-2 with a 3.45 ERA for John. 47 innings. He's allowed 46 hits, walked 20, punched out 49. This will be start number 2 for John against the Reds this year. No decision against them over at their place back on April 21st. In that ball game, he went 5 2/3, allowed 9 hits, 5 runs.
Your umpires, Ed Hickox will work home plate. The crew chief, Jerry Meals, is at first base. Tom Woodring is at second base, and Ron Culpa will handle third.
John's last start, he suffered the loss in St. Louis. 5 2/3, 6 innings, or 6 hits, excuse me, 4 runs, 3 earned, walked 4, punched out 9. He's had back-to-back 9 strikeout games. The zone in St. Louis is pretty tight. A lot of pitches down around the knees. He did not get called, so we'll keep an eye on that here today, because he's awfully good when he gets that low strike called.
First pitch swinging, Billy Hamilton rolls it foul. He's 7 for 13 with 2 home runs against John Lester. Pinched in at the corners. Low for a ball. We've got a west wind at 14 miles an hour. It was out of the southwest at 20 Tuesday night. Last night out of the south at 24. '77 beautiful degrees.
Lovely day for ball. Sinker.
Ground ball toward the middle. Russell's got it. And he gets Hamilton for the first out.
Always a challenge for an infielder with Hamilton going down the line to stay in rhythm. You know, you got to be quick, but you don't want to be, too urgent and mishandle. And you'll see how quickly Russell is able to get this ball out of his glove and on its way to first base.
We could, and Cub fans are hoping we do not, witness history today here in this iconic ballpark. Zach Cozart is the 7th player ever to hit a home run in 5 consecutive games here at Wrigley Field. One of 3 visiting players, joining Carlos Beltran 2004 and Mike Schmidt in 1980 to do it. No player has ever hit a homer in 6 straight games here at Wrigley, and he's 0 for 1. Flying out to Almora. And the conditions, I would say, are favorable for him to have a shot at it.
Yeah, favorable for that. Favorable for some funkiness on pop-ups and fly balls. Not only the wind, but tough sky overhead.
Joey Votto smacks one out into deep left center, and it's going to one-hop the wall. Votto at second with a double.
Yeah, we see more of that out of Votto these days than in the past, with that being first pitch swinging. Another beautiful swing by Votto. He'll go into that, especially against a left-handed pitcher. He'll go into that almost 2-strike approach earlier, choke up a little bit, get a little lower in his stance.
Adam Duvall, the left fielder. Runner at second, 2 outs. Just underway. strike. Hey, get well wishes to Win Griffiths, who had to take the day off. He's been under the weather this week. And we hope you're back here real soon, Win.
Now there's a phrase worth contemplating.
What would that be? Get well soon?
Under the weather.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm sure there's a good explanation for its origins. The Reds do not score. The Cubs hope to be above the weather today.
The Honda Perfect Accord sales event is your chance to get an incredible deal on the Accord, which has been named to Car and Driver's 10 Best list a record-breaking 31 times. To celebrate, we have amazing offers on the Honda Accord, which has a 5-star overall vehicle score. The Honda Accord is also the best-selling car in its class. Race in to the Honda Perfect Accord sales event and get a great deal on the Accord today at your Honda dealer.
Inside the rack houses of Jim Beam, every barrel's aged 4 long years for a fuller, smoother flavor. Our history's made from the inside. How will you make yours?
Hello? This is she.
Is that the doctor?
Okay, wow, really? It's 2? That's great news, thank you.
It's 2?
Yes, it's 2. It's 2 for 1 windows at Feldco.
Feldco is offering 2 windows for the price of 1, with no money down and no interest for 1 year.
2 windows for the price of 1 ends soon. Hurry. Call now.
For quality windows, siding, and doors, call 866 for Feldco.
Cubs Southwest starting lineup. Ben Zobrist will lead it off as Kyle Schwarber gets the day off. Bryant, Rizzo, Ian Happ in there cleaning up again. Contreras, the catcher, he had a good opener on Tuesday. Russell, Baez, the pitcher, Lester, and Albert Almora Jr. in center.
Here are the Reds defensively. They've been really good. A little sloppy last night, but they've been arguably the best defensive team in the league. They've committed 17 errors. The outfield is the speedster Hamilton in center. He's got Schebler on one side, Duvall the other. Suarez, Cozart, Peraza, Votto on the infield. Tucker Barnhart has caught every day in this series. Devin Mesoraco's got a little bit of a hamstring issue. The Lexus starting pitcher is Amir Garrett. He's made 6 starts. He's 3-2 with a .425. Fastball, slider, and a real good changeup. Lexus experience amazing, and he marks his turf. He puts an A on the mound for Amir when he goes out there.
Says that is my mound. And a first pitch strike on the switch hitting Ben Zobrist. So I guess he'll do it every inning.
Well, whatever it takes. I think if I were a Cub hitter, I'd be tempted with making my way back towards the dugout to just kind of drag my foot across that.
Leadoff man is presented by Benny's Beverage Depot. If Ben Zobrist gets a hit here, Benny's will donate $100 to the Greater Chicago Food Depository.
So Garrett's got a little bit of a funky motion. He jumps at the hitter a little bit, kind of a short arm delivery. Looks like he's got a quick stroke. It could create some deception. He's not a real hard thrower. He'll touch 94, but typically sit around 91, 92.
Popped up, shallow center. Peraza looking for some help, and he'll get it from Billy Hamilton. Speaking of a quick stroke, I'm sure that was a scouting report on Garrett as a college basketball player.
Yeah, 6'5", small forward at St. John's for a couple of seasons before moving on to Cal Northridge. Apparently he won the National High School Slam Dunk Competition.
Yeah, when he was a senior in high school in Henderson, Nevada. And a strike on Las Vegas native Chris Bryant. Garrett back from the minor leagues. He's been probably their most effective starter, but with off days and to limit his innings, they sent him back to AAA, made one start there before returning for today's action.
Might have been some roster manipulation there too in terms of service time. Yeah, you look at the ERA and you go 4.25. That doesn't really get your attention, but he had one start at Milwaukee where he allowed 9 earned runs in 3 1/3. Throw that one out and he's got a 2.20 earned run average for the other 5.
Swing and a miss. 2-2 on Bryant. Cubs have jumped ahead of the Reds into 3rd in the Central, trailing the Brewers and the Cardinals as we near the quarter pole of the season. Barrett Aston was sent to the minor leagues to make room for Garrett.
Such a savvy hitter. He understands rarely is he going to get challenged on that 3-2 pitch. Every now and then you'll fool him with a changeup in that situation, but usually recognizes spin early and that breaking ball out of his zone. Doesn't chase very often.
Strike on Rizzo, who will host his annual cook-off for cancer tonight downtown. Cubs do wonderful work in the community. Just got a note from the Cubs. Jake Arrieta will grab a paintbrush on Monday. Up. Sun really an issue here.
Take a little more, Chris. Take a little more.
Throw to second. Save. Peraza looked like he had trouble finding his footing and where the bag was, and he is telling Brian Price he thinks Bryant is out. But we'll see.
Yeah, boy, it's just a tough read for a base runner. You go too far, you risk getting doubled off at first base. And once you see the infielder or anybody trying to track that pop-up, start to scramble a little bit, you got to ease a little further along. And oh no, he's safe.
Yeah, I think he missed the bag on that first try.
And I think Hamilton has time to make an overhand throw. I mean, he makes that long underhand toss. If he just comes over the top and gets a little something on that throw, that buys Peraza a little time to find the base.
So it's a hit for Rizzo. And while it may not have been a hard hit, when you're batting .221, you'll take it. Ian Happ batting right-handed.
That's a little karma for all that good work he does in the community.
Yeah, so Jake Arrieta, with a facility enhancement project he will be a part of here in the Lakeview neighborhood next Monday. Stopping at John Elementary School. One and one on Happ. Fouled down the right field line. Programming note. We are on CSN the next couple of days against the Brewers. You have a family event, so you'll be on assignment for a very good reason.
Yep, daughter Kelly is graduating college, so I'll be back for that. And I appreciate Kerry Wood and Ryan Dempster for stepping in.
Schebler was playing shallow and almost took off over him. So 2 outs, and it'll bring up Wilson Contreras. Yeah, Kerry Wood will step in tomorrow, and then Ryan Dempster on Saturday.
Cub fans, no doubt, will have a lot of fun with those 2 guys, as will you.
Some safe travels this weekend.
Thank you.
Yeah, there it is. For Kerry Wood's 20 strikeout performance in 1998. Contreras fouls out of play. He had 2 hits on Tuesday night.
We were chatting with Woody yesterday, and we got talking about the 20 strikeout game, and he was telling, and you were mentioning how in all the 20 strikeout games in history, there's been 5 of them, there hasn't been a single walk issued.
Correct.
And he was telling a story about going 3-0 on Dave Clark and throwing him 3 consecutive curveballs to punch him out.
One and one. Right. He had the scouting report that
Gracie told him. Mark said, hey,
Clark
this guy
can hit a fastball.
He can handle velocity. Although that stuff that he was running up there that day, I don't know. I don't know if he's going to handle it. Contreras, like so many Cub hitters, scuffling here in the month of May.
Ground foul past third.
Oh, tremendous footwork by the ball boy down there. Still let it go through the 5-hole.
He's challenging himself without a glove.
Wow, just look at the sliding. Just a little late getting down.
Well, if he had a glove, he'd have made the play.
Oh, absolutely.
Under 19th century rules.
Maybe in the witness protection program too. He's Bid McPhee. He's so breezy. Barrett, like Lester, pretty much works down, down, down.
That was a laser foul. So we'll do it again.
Contreras having a good at-bat here.
Wow. Bob Nightingale just tweeted, the Braves have confirmed Freddie Freeman has a fractured wrist. He's out till after the All-Star break. I guess Ken Rosenthal had the scoop.
What a blow.
That is a big loss. MVP candidate Contreras takes the walk. They're loaded for Addison Russell.
Well, similar to the second inning last night. Scott Feldman had some command issues. Cubs showed patience and were able to cash in.
One hit in the series for Russell. That was a home run Tuesday.
Well, and that's why you really have to like the Cubs' position, because you know they've been hovering around 500, but they've got so many struggling hitters, and you know sooner or later that's not going to be the case. Addy hitting just a $136 here in May, hitting 167 at Wrigley, where he was so good last year. A lot of big days ahead for him. No, sir. Ball's down. Barnhart may have stolen one there.
It's a pitch both starters would love to get all day if they can. Inside this time, 2-2. And it's a pitch, by and large, we have seen home plate umpires not call a strike so far this season. Full count with the bases full of Cubs.
And Garrett staring in as if he wanted that one. It's a nice job by Russell. You know, a lot of guys who get that tough pitch called against you get a little overly anxious, especially with the bases loaded.
Everybody will go on the 3-2. He walked in and forces in a run. Cubs lead 1-0.
Garrett complaining about that pitch too, and it clearly off the plate. Just a little frustrated. His first ever appearance here in Wrigley Field. He got a lot of adrenaline, no doubt. High pressure situation, you tend to beg a little bit more, but that's not a strike.
Early visit from Mac Jenkins. Scott Feldman could not get out of the third last night. They got great work from their bullpen to keep them in the game. But you know, Brian Price doesn't want to go to that pen again early today.
You know what Garrett appears to be right now?
What's that?
Flappable.
He does.
Yeah, he looks a little flappable right now. We had that conversation about somebody's always unflappable, but rarely do we use the term flappable.
Three walks and a single. Lead by a run. 1-0 on Baez.
He is vulnerable right now. That's a story quite often for a starting pitcher. First inning, especially on the road, trying to settle in. Hung that changeup, got away with it. This much we know, highly unlikely Javy's going to walk. He's only walked one time this year unintentionally.
One and 2. 0 for 4 in the series. Batting 7th this afternoon. Lester, the pitcher, is on deck. Here it comes. And a drive to left. Grand slam time. 5-0 in the first.
Oh, you could feel it coming. Garrett really struggling with his command. A dangerous hitter in the box who loves to swing the bat. RBIs 15, 16, 17, and 18 for Javy Baez. That's an elephant butt changeup. High and stinky and gone. Maybe a slider, whatever it was ugly. From Amir Garrett's point of view, just as pretty as can be for Javy Baez. That's your Ford home run replay, number 6.
This might have hit the bottom part of the board. Nice play, Peraza, to get Lester. Well, wherever it first hit out there, it was a blast. And the Cubs have a 5-0 lead after an inning. One more look at the grand slam by Baez.
It's not just a car. It's your daily retreat. Innovative technology, refined styling, that feeling you can only find in a Lexus. Go ahead, spoil yourself. The ES and ES Hybrid.
Lease the 2017 ES350 for $349 a month for 36 months.
Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
Who gives you the best in-home Wi-Fi experience? Let's find out. Welcome home. Who's your internet service provider?
I have AT&T.
Does the Wi-Fi keep up throughout the house?
Not very well.
Not very well. Did you know that Xfinity has the best in-home Wi-Fi experience?
She's been telling me that.
Let's pretend this is your house. How's the quality up there?
I give it a 10.
Let's add 5 devices to the mix. How's yours doing?
Man, I'm loving this.
We gotta get with Xfinity.
Learn more about the best in-home Wi-Fi experience or get started for $19.99 a month for 12 months. Click, call, or visit an Xfinity store today.
So I'm never gonna let you go. I'll hold you forever. Oh, baby, I'm gonna let you know we belong together. We belong together.
Your home, your auto. Together, they're where life happens. That's why State Farm protects them together to help life go right. Combine and save. Talk to a State Farm agent today.
Cubs baseball on CSN Chicago is presented by State Farm. This ball did not hit the board. This is our best look at where it landed. Thought maybe it had deflected, but nope. Halfway up the bleachers. 415 feet. Third career grand slam. 2 have been against the Reds. John Lester getting the same run support early that Kyle Hendricks got as the Cubs put up 5 in the second inning last night.
We talk about it often. A starting pitcher, especially one of Lester's caliber, his mind immediately switches to my game. That's a W. Doesn't always play out that way.
Strike on Eugenio Suarez, make it 0-2. 158 his last 9 games after a sizzling start out of the gate.
Five out of 20 with a couple of home runs for Suarez against Lester. He was 3-1 with a 3.72 ERA in his career against Cincinnati. This is his 11th start against the Cincinnati Ball Club.
One of the narratives around this Cubs team to begin the year was the first inning runs allowed. They had allowed 43 runs through the first 40 games, including today. So good to see the Cubs be that team to score first. Drilled out into left center. Suarez with an aggressive turn. He's going to try to make it to second, and he will.
John looking back over his shoulder at the big board to see the replay, wanted to see where that pitch was. It was pretty much center cut, and he doesn't throw many right over the heart of the plate. Previous one they were trying to go in on, and he left up and away, and this one's right in the sweet zone for Suarez.
Schebler, the right fielder, 0 for 10 over his last 3 games. Bounces to Rizzo, who will take it to the bag. Suarez now at third with 1 out.
This Sunday, Cubs and the Brewers play at 1:20, and up to the first 10,000 early arriving fans will receive a replica 2016 National League Champions pennant presented by Ideal Industries. After the game, the first 1,000 kids 13 and younger will have the opportunity to run the bases, weather permitting. For more information, visit Cubs.com. Ooh, quality baby. Having a little beverage. Need some shades, need baby shades.
Line to Bryant for the out. Peraza retired on the first pitch.
Peraza's got outstanding hands, good bat-to-ball skills. Looks like he's going to be able to hit for a pretty high average as a big leaguer. Not much power. Not really patient. A good contact man.
Devin Mesoraco probably would have been in the lineup today, but he's dealing with a hamstring issue. Barnhart in there again, and here's the Baez grand slam. Watch Barnhart's reaction. He couldn't even look. That is the look of defeat.
So it's also the look of a catcher that's invested. That's what you like to see.
1-1. The Midwest represented pretty well in this matchup. Barnhart, an Indiana native. Kyle Schwarber not in the Cubs lineup, but he's from Ohio. Ian Happ from Pittsburgh, but played college ball at the University of Cincinnati. Scott Schebler's from Iowa. Close, didn't get it.
Yeah,
2-2.
And maybe, you know, Contreras had to reach back across his body. That was higher than the one he called in the previous half inning.
Ben Zobrist from downstate Illinois. Swing and a miss. Reds strand Suarez at third. It's the Cubs 5 and the Reds nothing early.
The first Binny's laid down roots in the shadow of Wrigley Field in 1948. Still family owned, Binny's has become Chicago's #1 destination for wine, spirits, and beer. Binny's Beverage Depot, helping you celebrate the best times of your life.
Can you feel something without touching it? See something with your eyes closed. When everything is designed around you, the driver, you can. The new Mazda 3.
Now get the 2017 Mazda 3 for 0% APR for 60 months plus $500 APR bonus cash.
At Menards, home improvement means saving big because right now you'll get an 11% rebate on everything, even sale prices. Choose lock sets that complement your home with Quickset. This Tustin entry lever comes in nickel or bronze and is $33.81 after rebate. Getting the perfect exterior door is easy with the Mastercraft Door Designer. Choose your door your way and get an 11% rebate. Stop waiting and start saving with an 11% rebate on everything, even sale prices, now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
This is the famous Joe Madden's hoagie made from Aunt Geneva's old family recipe. The experts at Binny's Beverage Depot suggest pairing it with Brunello di Montalcino. That's where they say, se non lo si può trovare a Binny di non probabilmente vale la pena de bere.
Hey, Cub fans, come out and support the world champions Chicago Cubs. Finally warming up. Great time to come out and catch a game or two at Wrigley Field. Tickets are still available for the remaining games in this homestand, especially for next week's 4-game set with the San Francisco Giants. Get your tickets now at Cubs.com. Five-run first inning, highlighted by the Javy Baez grand slam.
Dave Cella down there making some friends. I'll put you on camera if you give me a fry.
Here's Al Moore to lead off. Top foul, back out of play. So I don't know if I have all of the weird stuff that happened in the Blue Jays Braves game last night, but it was a lot, right? Freddie Freeman hit by a pitch, broken wrist. You had a Kevin Pillar, Jason Mott moment, after which I guess Pillar had to apologize to Mott. You had Jose Bautista with a bat flip, which upset the Braves.
Yeah, bench is empty there, and or at least they did after the Pillar incident.
So those two teams playing again today in Atlanta. That'll be 6:35 Central Time start. Stroman and Tehran. Line to the shortstop, Cozart.
Another off-speed pitch up in the zone, and it's contrary to the scouting report we've gotten on Garrett, that he's really good at keeping the ball down, and that changeup is an effective pitch for him. But just struggling here, he got ambushed early, and now the challenge for the young pitcher is to stay competitive, keep your wits about you. Sent down to AAA. He made one start, pitched a couple of innings, and struck out all 6 batters he faced.
There's a 1-1, and Zobrist fouls. Garrett's timeline: 22nd round pick, 2011, by the Reds. Got about $1 million in terms of his signing bonus as Zobrist singles into right, with the idea that he could play college basketball. He actually didn't play organized hoops until he was a high school freshman, and was immediately on the varsity team. I mentioned the slam dunk contest he won. He was born in Victorville, California, went to high school in Spring Valley, Nevada, Lawndale, California, finally Henderson, Nevada. That high school in Henderson, Findlay College Prep, did not have a baseball team. His dad wanted him to throw for scouts, and he did. He hit 96 on the gun, and that's why the Reds drafted him. His college career kind of mirrored his high school career. Moved around a lot. Bridgeton Academy in Maine, then headed to St. John's, and eventually Cal State Northridge, playing for Reggie Theus.
And so while he was playing college basketball, in the summertime he was playing professional baseball.
Gave up hoops in 2014 and added some weight to his tall frame.
Yeah, that's his pickoff move there. The step, he does not use a conventional left-hander's pickoff move to first base. So if you're looking to go, once that front foot goes, you're free to sail.
Swing and a miss. It's 1-2.
And if these guys ever cross paths as amateurs in Nevada, Garrett and Brian.
Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3. That's his first. And here's Rizzo.
A little slide ball that was making a liar out of me. That's the one I mentioned last time. He rarely chases.
Down the middle. A makeup doubleheader after a washout last night in Minneapolis. Rockies lead the Twins in game 1 5-1 in the 6th. Among the first place teams going into action today, the Twins, the Brewers, and the Rockies.
Pretty wacky, huh?
Yeah. Way outside, 1-2.
And the Yankees currently in first place in the American League East, and while I think people thought they would be better, I don't think anybody thought they would be this good.
First running, but the inning is over as Rizzo grounds out. After 2 complete, Cubs 5, Reds nothing.
This is the original light beer, brewed to be everything you want in a beer and less. Miller Lite. Hold true.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by the authority of the Chicago Cubs and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Chicago Cubs. I'm attorney Howard Ankin with Cubs great Andre Dawson.
Hard work is the best way to succeed. That's why if you need a lawyer, you need to call my Hawk, Howard.
If you or someone you know needs help with an injury case, call me. 312-6-million. Injury law, made personal.
For all the dealerships I have dealt with, Bill Jacobs BMW has been the best experience by far.
Low pressure sales, very comfortable to deal with.
Delivering a superior automotive experience. That's the goal at Bill Jacobs BMW. It's the ultimate driving machine that brings you here, but the experience will make you a customer for life. Bill Jacobs BMW, the cars bring you in, the experience brings you back. Aurora Avenue in Naperville. Get 0% APR for 72 months on select BMW certified courtesy vehicles.
I'm only here for a blue dress. Blue dress, blue dress. Blue dress, blue dress, blue dress. Blue dress.
Sometimes it's hard to leave Goodwill with just one thing.
Ah, blue dress.
But it's okay. With your Club Goodwill Rewards card, you can earn points with every purchase for even more savings.
You always amaze me.
Hey, welcome back, everybody. Cub fans, show your team pride with Cubs checking and an official Cubs MasterCard debit card, only available at your local Wintrust Community Bank. Go to wintrust.com/Cubs to learn more. Member FDIC.
Here's Garrett. Looking for his first hit, takes a strike. Bunts, this time foul. Chopped up the middle. Now time for the Mini Countryman player profile. John Lester has dominated the competition at home. His last 14 times out, 10-0 with a 143 here at Wrigley Field.
First pitcher to have a 10-game winning streak in this ballpark since Ryan Dempster.
Swing and a miss by Hamilton on a curve.
Dempster won 10 straight here back in 2008. The last Cub was a longer winning streak than 10 was John Lieber. He won 13 consecutive home decisions spanning 01-02 seasons.
Ground ball. Rizzo will get back to the bag to get the throw from Baez. There'll be a little anxiety involved, as you mentioned earlier. Every time Hamilton hits a ball on the ground, the clock is ticking very quickly.
We've talked so much about the internal clock that baseball players have when making plays. You just have to turn that dial up a little bit with Hamilton.
Cozart at 347 on the season. And a strike.
Only Kershaw at Dodger Stadium has outperformed John Lester at Wrigley Field. You see Hendricks right there as well.
Thought it was a terrific performance last night by Kyle. The numbers themselves were good, but I think even more impressive was it was not a good atmosphere to pitch with the wind howling out. He went 6 innings and gave up just 2 runs. That will drop in front of Almora.
No, Kyle's last 2 starts. The previous start was out in Denver at Coors Field, and he was good there. So he's been in tough conditions the last 2 times. He's thrown the ball really well. He's definitely trending in the right direction. Put a string of solid starts together now.
There's John Jay to Kyle's left. I asked him how he's feeling today. He said he's fine after getting beamed by a Scott Feldman fastball last night. The Reds have a hit in every inning. Votto doubled in the first.
That came with 2 outs. A single comes with 2 outs. Where they were deficient was not taking advantage of the leadoff double by Suarez last inning. And when you're down 5, you've got to take advantage of those opportunities. Front door cutter. Good try.
Big leg kick, check swing bouncer, backhanded by Bryant. He's got some time and he throws out Votto. Bottom 3. All Cubs early.
Over here. Over here. What's happening?
That feeling, only better. Turbo. Standard in a 150 horsepower, fun to drive Volkswagen Jetta.
Hurry in and lease this 2017 Jetta S for just $169 a month, plus a $1,500 Memorial Day bonus.
This is how it feels when you eat a Subway $6 footlong sub of the day. It's the taste you love at a price you can't get enough of. The $6 footlong sub of the day. 7 days, 7 footlongs, 7 more ways to enjoy Subway.
Kid Escape with great deals on great gear, like savings of 25% on all Camel backpacks, only at Bass Pro Shops.
Who needs a cell phone when everybody you want to talk to is already here? Well, okay, they do come in handy at times.
Chicago, your favorite trivia show is back for an all-new season. Join us for a taping of Beer Money this Monday at Trax Bar and Grill in Caring at 5:30. Test your sports trivia knowledge, and you could win big. Beer Money, presented by Coors Light.
Well, welcome back to Wrigley Field. Cubs up 5-0. This is your Miller Lite game report. Ian Happ leading off the inning, getting a start in left field this afternoon. Madden very impressed with his athleticism over the last couple of days. And just in talking to Happ this morning, he says he's definitely a morning person. So a big fan of these 120 starts, likes a lot of coffee, guys. He goes, that may be the best part about being with the big league club. They got every kind of coffee you could imagine. And also said he'd love to be a regular over at that new Starbucks. Was pretty impressed with that. So what better motivation to stay up with these guys, right, than some awesome coffee?
Yeah, life is good in the big leagues. 2 balls, no strikes on him. He lined to right in the first inning. He's reached base 8 out of 18 tries so far, and he's going to reach base again. Caffeine kicking in as Happ motors into second with a double.
This kid continues to impress. He hit a bullet last time up for an out to right field. This time he tries the other direction, and it's a leadoff 2-bagger. That's a great swing, isn't it? Stays through the zone real quick. He's an explosive player.
Here's Contreras.
See him getting messages from his buddies down in AAA. What's the best thing about the big leagues? Oh, the coffee, man. It's all about the coffee.
1-0 to Contreras. All right, so I'll ask you. The first go around in the big leagues, what was the one non-baseball thing you noticed back in the mid-'80s? It was better than the minors, other than the per diem and all that stuff.
Yeah, the food on the charters.
Happ back to tag, but he's going to stay at second. So the food on the plane.
Yeah, that was one thing that got your attention. You know, the big league life. You know, like, oh my God, it just never stops coming. I mean, aside from all the other trappings, you know, but, media in the clubhouse was kind of got your attention. In the minor leagues, was there maybe like 1 or 2 people around?
Yeah. Especially for you with the Yankees and Ian Happ as a Cub. Swinging strike on Russell, who took a bases loaded walk to put the first run on the board.
I think now too for the modern player, especially a kid with Happ's pedigree, with top prospect status, getting called to the big leagues. He's not going to sneak into town. The fans knew he was coming. They're fully aware of who the best prospects are.
Garrett's 0-2, and he got him. He seems to be settling in a bit, although Baez would not let him do that in the first.
I'm going to put him on here. Pitch to Lester.
See what StatCast, powered by Amazon Web Services, thought of that grand slam. 98.5 off the bat, 415 feet. Ball strike. I was alerted to the great Mike Royko's October 25th, 1972 column, the Sun-Times, the day Jackie Robinson passed away. I'll get into that a little later as Lester bounces out to the pitcher, and we go to the fourth. It's still 5-0 Cubs.
When did paying for airfare become so unfair? At Southwest, we believe in transparency. Transparency means we don't dream up ways we can trick you into paying more. It's why we still let 2 bags fly free and don't have change fees. So our low fares stay low. Just the way you like it.
Right now, during the Toyota Time Sales Event, you can lease a spacious new 2017 Highlander for $339 a month. Hurry in. These deals won't last. Toyota. Let's go places.
Thursday on CSN. Texas native Arturo Alvarez faces his former team as the Fire head back home to host FC Dallas. Coverage begins at 7 with Chicago Fire pregame. Thursday on CSN.
Got a little weird last night in Atlanta. I guess Pilar was upset with a former Cub Mott for a quick pitch, and I guess what he said was allegedly pretty offensive to Jason, and he did apologize today, correct?
Somewhat.
Okay,
is what I'm reading.
Now this is the one. Look. And even Jose Bautista, I think, admitted later it was a bit much what he did with the bat flip. But here's the thing. You know, pitchers pump their fists and yell and when they get a big strikeout at the end of an inning. Why do we spend so much emotional time on these things? Does it really matter that he just flipped his bat?
Yeah, it's just rooted in the history of the game. That players take umbrage when other players do things that they feel that shows them up.
Yep, it's always been that way and probably always will be. Late adjustment, Zobrist.
Yeah. Again, with the wind in the sky, anything hit like that is going to be a real challenge here today. The way to practice is to go out on a real windy day and throw those seed pods. We used to call them little helicopters, throw those up in the air and try to catch them. I don't know the answer. The problem is, if there was ever a universal approach to the game, if the game got to the point where everybody said, okay, that's just part of the game, flipping bats and pumping fists, we're just going to accept it, then we would be fine. Or if you went back to the more old school mentality where, no, we're not going to accept that, nobody's going to be happy with that, so let's just not do it. The problem is we're caught in this in-between era where some guys are good with it, other guys are not, and there are going to be issues.
emotions take over. Guys beat up Gatorade jugs in the dugout when they get upset. But I don't know.
I think, I would prefer that people do it the way Chris Bryant does it. Hits the ballpark, sets the bat down, runs around the bases like he's been there before. I do understand how fans think it's fun to see the big bat flip and the histrionics. That's kind of fun. I get that too. I think a lot of it is just the time of the game when, a guy hits a big home run at a big moment, a walk-off or a big late inning home run. If he's pumping his fist going down the line, I get that. As a pitcher, I wouldn't get too worked up about that. But the staring out at me, flipping the bat like, yeah, I own you, pal.
Right.
That's going to get your attention.
Suarez strikes out. So anyway, if you can find it, it's all over the internet, the Royko column. He was at that game 70 years ago today and wrote about it. I'm quoting from the piece he wrote in 72. Jackie Robinson, came up in the first inning. I remember the sound. It wasn't the shrill teenage cry you now hear or an excited gut roar. They applauded, long rolling applause. When he stepped into the batter's box, it was as if someone had flicked a switch. The place went silent. He swung at the first pitch. They erupted as if he had knocked it over the wall, but it was only a high foul that dropped into the box seats. Mike Royko on Jackie Robinson. A play, Baez. He's had a good start to this one. And the Reds go 1-2-3 for the first time today. 5-zip Cubs.
Only Wendy's can make the Baconator, because while some other guys use frozen beef from far away,
that's 9,429 miles away.
Wendy's only uses fresh beef from ranches close by,
so we don't have to freeze it.
Then add 6 strips of bacon, cooked fresh in an oven, never a microwave, tossed with plenty of cheese, without a single veggie to get in the way.
Aww. Proving once and for all
that only Wendy's has the bacon and the Ater to make the Baconator.
So, thought you could use something special, for retirement. One last trip through the toy store.
Funny, after all we've been through, this may be my first case of the nerves.
Oh, relax, Agent. I've kept you healthy this long.
Yes, you have, but come tomorrow, your protection may not be there.
I don't see you slowing down anytime soon. Here, take this.
So, you saved the best for last.
The Black Label Gel Euro Top Queen Mattress Set by Bob's Discount Furniture and the Simmons Beauty Rest Black Mariella Queen Set. Both have comfy gel-infused memory foam, supportive latex foam, individually wrapped innerspring coils, and luxurious stretch knit fabric. So, besides the fancy logo, what's another big difference? Well, theirs is priced at a whopping $27.99, while ours is priced at only $9.99. Dare to compare at Bob's Discount Furniture, in-store or at mybobs.com.
Closed captioning of Cubs baseball on Comcast Sportsnet is brought to you by U.S. Waterproofing.
A little seepage in your basement is no need to panic. Count on the experts at U.S. Waterproofing to diagnose and repair the problem.
For a free consultation, visit uswaterproofing.com. A better basement starts with us.
Welcome back, folks. Relive the magic of last year's historic run with the official 2016 championship season Fly the W book, which features personal essays by Tom Ricketts, Theo Epstein, and a host of others, as well as never-before-seen photos. For more information, visit Cubs.com/flythewbook.
Almora lined to the shortstop his first time, and he could not hold up. 0-1.
He's floated a few changeups up in the zone. Ideal location, but he has gotten some swings and misses. That gives you a sense of how good that arm action is on that changeup. another one. Hart wants him to get it down.
And he did. 1-2. Gorgeous day. Nothing but blue sky everywhere we look. Gonna cool off tomorrow. The wind and the 2-2. Bounced foul. Willie Peralta was in that first slot. He has been put in the bullpen, so we're not sure who will start against Eddie Butler tomorrow. Just for the record, you are not coming out of retirement and pitching for the Brewers. This is not some sort of ruse.
Well, stay tuned.
It's a good tease. Called strike 3.
Yeah, maybe off the plate inside, but good work by Garrett to get Almora Jr. His third strikeout.
Zobrist 1 for 2, singled in the second. Third time he has been in the leadoff spot. He's got a 17-game on base streak. Including this game today, the Cubs have scored 44 runs in 6 games against the Reds this season, including 12 homers. That's 2 a game. Changeup that was not in a preferred location, even though he got the called strike.
Yeah, it looks like he every now and then he'll kind of get out of his delivery, jump towards the hitter, and the arm drags. That leaves the changeup up. But there's certainly a willingness for him to pitch inside to the right-handed hitters.
Back K's. And now it's Bryant.
Goes back for that inside corner. The one to Almora was off the plate. This one appeared to be a little bit better. And probably thought maybe it was down a little bit. It's pitcher's pitch. And when you're respecting changeup, that's a tough pitch to do anything with.
Center field, deep, gone. Chris Bryant with a home run. That's his 8th, and it's 6-0.
He's been having some good swings lately. You know, it was just a matter of time before he hit another one out of the ballpark, straightaway center field this time for Bryant. He's been the Cubs' most consistent performer in the Ford home run replay. Beautiful swing, better result. Fun to watch that shot of the fans behind the dugout rising with the baseball. I wonder what their launch angle was.
A strike on Rizzo. Make it 0-2.
imagine the rest of the league taking notice of this series. If the Cubs had been struggling offensively, 9 runs in game 1, 7 runs yesterday, 6 so far here today.
So 3 strikeouts, but also the home run by Bryant. And the Cubs now lead 6-0 at the end of 4.
How would you sum up this car in one word?
Swanky.
Sexy.
Sexy. Luxurious.
Classy. Fast. Sporty. Sharp. Innovative. Sleek luxury sedan.
Okay, that's more than one word.
This is the 2017 Chevy Malibu.
That's impressive. Where's the local dealer around here?
Find your tag and get 20% below MSRP on select Malibu vehicles in stock. That's $5,200 on this Chevy Malibu.
For everyone.
I was dreaming of bigger things and wanna leave my old life behind.
Freedom is never far away. Take one drive in the most awarded and best-selling SUV brand and discover that the world is your backyard. Hurry in for great deals now at the Jeep Drive and Discover event. Now get $4,000 total cash allowance or 0% financing for 60 months on the 2017 Jeep Cherokee.
Stream the Cubs on the go at CSNChicago.com or on the NBC Sports app.
Don't forget, right now and during every CSN Cubs game, we are streaming live. So if you're stuck at work and want to watch the game, maybe even secretively, head to CSNChicago.com or download the NBC Sports app presented by State Farm. John Lester with a 6-0 lead. In the air to right. Easy plays Zobrist. Peraza's out.
And John with just 1 win so far, but easily could have 4 or 5. He's had 4 starts already this year where he's allowed 1 earned run or none and gotten a no decision.
Mazzaraco, we mentioned, with a hamstring issue.